Good morning. It is Thursday, March 20th, around 8:40 a.m. And I slept in the shelter last night. That was the best decision I could have ever made. No signs, sounds, or looks at mice, so that was good. Not a lot of snoring at all, so I slept very well. And the winds were howling, but about 5 in the morning, there was a heavy downpour, and it rained from 5 to about 6, so everything's a little soggy. Today, the forecast is off and on light rain showers. And then later today, there's that potential of snow. I don't know, we'll find out. Right now, the trail's gonna be a bit soggy, I think I said that. But I got all my rain gear on and I'm warm. Well, not quite warm, I can get warmer. I have the gear if I need to, but I'm all is well. And I'll show you how it looks. It's a little fogged over at the moment. And today's 12.5 miles. It should not be as difficult as yesterday, or there shouldn't be as many climbs. And if it remains cool, it actually will be easier hiking, I think. So yeah, I'll show you the trail ahead of me. So currently, as I mentioned before, it's not currently raining, but it's fogged over and it's wet everywhere. So I'm good. I got the rain gear on, dressed for it. I think my biggest concern is when the temperature drops tonight. It's supposed to get down to 27 overnight. I stayed pretty warm last night. I'm gonna wear everything I have, including my 3 layers of gloves, because my hands are the ones that have been feeling it most. But I haven't been wearing all my gloves, so I'm gonna definitely do that tonight. See how it goes. Right now I left Gretel and then Dodger behind. Dodger chose to stay in his tent last night, so he's having to put that all away wet, which is going to be quite the experience. Gretel and I slept in the shelter, but they're finishing up their breakfast and finishing up their packing up, and I wanted to get a start on it because I know they'll catch me. Now we have the potential to gain a new crew member, a gentleman named Stephen Wall from Connecticut. He is actually, he goes by the trail name 62, because that's how old he is. And he used to be one of the big executives for a coffee roasting company in Connecticut, and a super nice guy. And I think he's kind of been on his own out here, and we've run into him numerous times at numerous shelters, and he's pretty much hanging with us for the next few days into Franklin. So I think we're going to jump him into our crew. I jokingly told him that once he's in, there's no getting out. So but it would be nice to have a fourth, and he's my age. So now we have the young group and the older group. But I'm slipping and sliding on these wet leaves out here, so I'll check back with you shortly. It's about 9:30 a.m. and making our way down the trail. It's a bit soggy out, but there's something to be said. There's a slight chill in the air. Easy hiking right now. We looked ahead at the map and the elevation profile, and we know there's not a lot of big climbs today. There will be little climbs, but nothing major. So I think that will help us move along the trail a little faster. But also, you know, with this cool weather today, it just makes it easier moving along the trail. I have a rain jacket on and a wind shirt underneath that, so I'm warm. But yesterday it actually started heating up so much that climbing up those mountains made it even tougher in the heat. And I think when I say heat, it was only like 67 degrees, but it felt a lot hotter. So I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when we hit the summer months further north with the high humidity. That's going to be rough, but you know, there have been little challenges here and there along the trail so far, and we've overcome them. So yeah, still having a great time. I'm so thankful to be dry right now, and I'm glad I chose not to set up my tent last night. So let me show you around. This is North Carolina. Looks a little bit like Georgia, just a little more fogged over. I know that as we move further up the trail, the scenery will change. We'll start seeing more greenery, obviously, as we come into to spring. And I think it's just overall it's going to change. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for seeing new things and meeting new people. Everybody out here has been terrific. All of the other hikers, the shuttle drivers, people in town, trail angels. And you know, I've read about it for years, so I know that this goes on every year, but it's just so fun experiencing it firsthand And my hope is that one day, some of you might be able to get out and try some of this yourself, because it's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll check in with you again later, but it's beautiful out this morning, just like any other day that I've been out here. It's about 11 a.m. We're at Low Gap, about 4.5 miles into our hike. I've got another 8 or 8.5 to go. It's pretty cold today, and tonight's low is supposed to be 25 degrees, so I'm going to be putting on all of the gear that I have to stay warm. But at the moment, as long as we're hiking, we're warm. So I wanted to kind of show you what Low Gap looks like. And now we're going to be heading up for a climb today, so we're starting a climb. The only real big climb. I don't know that it's any bigger than yesterday, though, so that should be good. Okay, well, we're on our way. All right, it's coming up on 12 p.m. Just leaving Standing Indian Shelter. Stopped here for a quick break. We have a little bit of climbing to do yet, and once we get through this climb, it should be a pretty mellow day. We're about 7.5 miles out from our destination, which is Carver Gap Shelter. And again, it's going to be cold tonight. It's cold now. The breeze is kicking, so yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to stay warm, and the best way to do that is to get back on that climb. So I'll show you more as I go. But I'm off. Okay, I'm 0.3 miles from the top of Standing Indian Mountain. I wanted to show you, North Carolina was the one of the states hit by that hurricane, and this is basically stuff that's spread over the trail I have to climb over. So that should be easy. And then that next bunch up there, it looks like 2 or 3 of these up ahead that have not been cleared yet on the trail. Though it looks like somebody made a path around them, so I should be fine. I just thought you'd like to see kind of devastation on the trail. And this was a good part of the trail in North Carolina and Tennessee and even part of southern Virginia. But they've cleared a lot of it. So this is where I came from. All right, well, I'm gonna head through this mess. Dodger and Gretel are up ahead, so they've already made it through. It's 12:40. We're about 5 miles out from our shelter. I just kind of want to show you the trails in North Carolina. There have been a lot of little blowovers, easy to navigate, but a little different look than Georgia. A lot of brush on the ground, a lot of growth that looks all dead. I'm guessing it's going to start thriving when the leaves pop up. I don't know, but yeah, not as pretty as what I saw in Georgia. So I'm sure North Carolina will have some pretty areas in store for me up ahead here soon. Well, I guess find out. But all is well. It's kind of warming up a little bit. I might have to take the raincoat off. I was using it as a windbreaker, but yeah, just plugging along. Hello, it's 2:30, about 3 miles out from the shelter. I've fallen a bit behind Gretel and Dodger. I stopped to eat a small lunch as well as to change out my socks, and I'm guessing they're probably about 30 minutes, if not more, ahead of me. I'm hoping that they save me a spot in the shelter when they get there, because I have a sense that people are going to want to be in the shelter tonight, and I'm behind about 4 other people that might take it before me. Usually they have room for 7 people, so maybe not. But I figured I'd just check in and let you know that the trail itself has been relatively easy today. There's going to be a short climb heading into the shelter, maybe a half a mile of a climb. But compared to yesterday, this trail has been very nice to us. You know, the cold, it's easier to hike when it's cold, but yeah, it's nice being layered up. So I'm doing well and excited to be out here still. The breeze is really kicking, and you know, we'll see if we get any snow later. It'd be interesting to see. I'm sure you'd like to see that with me out here. But anyway, I thought, you know, since some of my students may be watching these videos, I'll add a little educational aspect to these videos. So I'm going to give you a mathematical word problem to follow, and let's see if you can get this. So a thru hiker will hike 14 states to make it through the Appalachian Trail. If Sunny D is a thru hiker and he buys a brand new hat in every state he passes through, how many brand new hats will Sunny D have when he completes his thru hike of the Appalachian Trail? Well, that's the question. Gwen, you can't answer. This is for everybody but my wife, Gwen. She's not allowed, but I just thought we'd add some fun to this hike. Anyway, starting a little climb right now, so I'll check out with you. But Yeah, there's not much in terms of scenery. There have been a lot of blow-down trees, small ones, easy to get over. But I think that's just a result of that hurricane, and they decided to kind of leave them in place. So anyway, I'll check back with you later. I just came across this cool little water feature. Obviously a little falls, very small. I'll have to navigate across here. I'll be stepping on these rocks across those logs and across the little ponds all the way. As I was hiking down this trail, and I'm holding on and filming, but as I was hiking down this trail, I was hearing what I thought was just heavy winds. What it ended up being was just water. The winds aren't that strong, I guess, but anyway, this is me going across it now. Pretty neat. Pretty back in here. Deep little pond there. If it was hot out, it'd be a nice way to kind of soak your feet and such. But this is the direction I came from, and this is the direction I'm going. Honestly, there hasn't been a lot of climbing today, thank goodness. And I truly believe there's just one more climb, and that's going to be going up to the shelter, which might be steep, but you know, it's the end of my day at that point once I get to the shelter. So let me get through these rocks here without tripping or breaking my camera. I'll check in with you later. Okay, 3:20 p.m. coming into the Carter Gap shelter. Looks like a nice shelter. Hopefully there's room. I love this covered porch area. Keeps us dry to cook and such. Howdy, everybody. Room for one more? Are you staying in here? All right, this is what it looks like. Okay, it's 5:30 p.m. We're getting ready to go to bed. We're at Carter's Gap shelter. It's currently 38 degrees out with snow flurries. The flurries are not sticking to the ground, but it's snowing and it's freezing. I have 3 layers of gloves on. I'm gonna be completely dressed out tonight. The low is supposed to be 27 degrees. My sleeping bag's rated to 20 degrees, but definitely not going to keep me warm unless I dress with all the clothes I have. So that's my plan. And just try to stay warm. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow, but it's crazy because yesterday it got up to 70 degrees and we were sweating during our hike. Today it's been about 40 degrees all day and currently 38, going down to 27 about 2 in the morning. So we have to make it through the night, do a 12-miler tomorrow, a 3-mile the next day, and we should be in the next town. I can't think of the name of the next town right now. My fingers have not been operating very well at the moment, so I'll just get a good night's sleep and hopefully get a good night's sleep and be back at it tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and yeah, Sunny D out.